Word. And we lit?
Are we live?
And we're live.
On Saturday night!
Or Sunday afternoon.
Oh, right. Since it's live, it's Saturday afternoon, and this is what kind of party. I stole your intro.
So you now tapped in. What kind of party? Episode 9. We're back in the office. The landscape. We're back. We got the virtual last time, but we got the big dog. BagRunner himself.
Yeah, I'm in the building.
He said, yeah, I'm in the building. Don't get excited. Mike calls everybody a big dog.
Yeah, several Christmases stolen.
How you gonna do that to my intro? That's a little...
I mean, it's in all of the episodes.
Funny.
I'm not saying nothing nobody already knows.
Miliano, the BagRunner.
The BagRunner himself. I'm here. I'm in the
Omar
building.
with the O-bars.
Chill, you can't say that. Not everybody know that. Not everyone. Only people that know, certain people know that name.
You dropped that rap name years ago.
Right.
So it's open for free domain
He's
if
no
somebody
longer
wants.
Omar with the O-bars.
But definitely still has bars.
Still has
Right.
But he's not
still has
O-bars.
bars.
Right.
Not no bars, O-bars.
O-bars, yeah.
Gotcha.
I feel like you just need to
But
get it out
now
of
it's
your system.
Miliano, BagRunner.
Yeah, Miliano.
You feel me? The BagRunner himself. I'm in the building. You feel
Alright, so
me?
how we start? We always say our mental. See our mental checking in 1 through 10. Last week you were what? 7?
I was
8?
like, fucking.
You were riding the high like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
and
it
you
was.
went back down.
Yeah, because I got COVID. I was talking hella shit for the last 2 years about how I didn't get COVID because my immune system is great. And then I got
And here
COVID.
you are, had a
I literally
quarantine.
got
all that shit.
COVID.
We had to do a virtual episode.
Yep,
to see you.
then had to do a virtual episode. Yep, because I was talking shit. Don't ever test the universe, guys.
Yeah, universe wins most
So
of the
where you
time.
at?
But no, that was a little challenging. I'm happy right now, but I think overall my mental is still kind of like at a 7.
7?
Yeah,
So you're still like...
I just need to like give me a week of productivity
Yeah,
and
I'm
also
about to say,
find.
you gotta start...
Because I've just been like sitting stagnant and all that stuff. So.
Well, that's good. 77 is not good, but it's alright.
Seven isn't horrible. You know,
No, it's
I'm
not
passing
horrible.
class, C's, get
Yeah, but 2
degrees.
weeks ago you were like a 9.5, so...
I know, I told you I was riding a high.
Yeah,
I wasn't
You
gonna
bring
stay
a
there
7
long.
home, the first question your parents are just asking you is like, how hard did you try? And if you're like, I studied, I did my thing, I tried to put it together,
There's no
it's
way I'm
like,
studying
all
and doing my
right.
thing and getting a
Yeah.
70.
Yeah,
I wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, a 60, nah, can't really.
Nah, 70s valleys.
Yeah, I mean 70's gonna get you through.
70s.
70
You
gets
feel
you
me?
there.
Yeah, but you're not trying.
But you're not trying.
I agree.
There's nothing worse than like teacher hand back the paper like crumpled up over the side, like finger like this, and you're just like shit. I know
I feel like
exactly.
7 is not like you're not
Everybody
trying.
gets their
It's like
papers handed face up.
you manage.
Excellent. Stickers. A+.
See you after class.
ISS.
Yeah, right.
That's bad.
What you looking like, Nick? 1 through 10.
So mental health or like just how I'm
overall,
feeling
just
mentally,
mentally
I would say I'm an 8. And like
Solid.
the reason I'd say I'm an 8 is last time I was on the podcast, I was working towards a promotion. And now I'm happy to sit here and say that I got the promotion that I wanted. So like, but it's like it always comes back to it pays the cost to be the boss, like to live the kind of lifestyle you want and get to the peaks that you want to reach, and like you got to put a lot into it. It's like something I saw after that promotion was the next day, like as soon as my boss, I'm gonna say gave it to him, as soon as I figured out that I got it and I passed everything, like this emotional dump. Like I was just going wild for like all these days, working hard, trying to prepare, trying to do all this stuff, and then when I got it, I was like, oh man. And I just sat down. And I was just like a weight lifted off of me.
That's dope.
But it's also just like, damn, like now I gotta perform. So I was like, the reason I say I'm an 8 out of 10 instead of like a 9 or a 10 is because I'm itching to get going. And I've been doing all this prep. I've been doing all this other work, outside stuff. I've joined a couple different things, and I'm just like, I want to make it happen. But I know there's gonna be that little speed bump, learning curve, get my shit together. But I know I want to do it. So I would say a little anxiousness that I got is what's taking me away from being a 10. But I'm in the right mindset. 2022, had a good New Year's. Thankful, everybody healthy, everybody safe. And it's like, this is my year.
Love that.
Just like last year was, and the
Every
year before
year.
that.
2022!
Big time. How we looking?
Nah, that's fire. I mean, I'm gonna say I'm feeling a 7.5, 8 around there. You feel me?
What's
New
going on?
year.
Everything's going on.
I mean, New Year. Just want to start the new year. You know, feeling refreshed. Like like just carrying that same momentum from from the end of 2021. You feel me? So just carrying that momentum. Just keep doing what I've been doing. So like I don't really I don't really evaluate my feelings all the time. Like I just really go with the flow. Like you feel me?
101.
Nah. I've been doing it more and more, but like I don't do it all the time. Like, you feel me? I just do it like. And if I'm in a moment, if I feel bad right now, then that don't mean I'm gonna feel bad 15 minutes from now. You feel me? So it just is what it is. Like, you know, go with the flow.
Word. 7.58 is not too bad though.
Yeah, facts. Because you can't say 10 out of 10. That's fake.
Nah,
you feel me? Word.
We talked about this. Like, even a 10 out of 10, I feel like you can only be a 10 out of 10 for like a 15-minute span. Like,
right.
We won a championship. I'm lit for like an hour.
Moment.
Yeah,
right. Have 10 out of 10 moments.
I'm back home. Like, damn, I got this going on. I got this.
Right.
You know
but it's like the thing we were saying before. Like, being a human, it's like a constant state of balanced chaos. Like, no one has nothing going on in their life. Everything's going PG. Everything's hidden. It's like, if you're really striving for something, you're stretching yourself thin. You're going out. You're trying new things. There's no guaranteed level of success. You're trying to put yourself... To get to where you've never been, you got to do things you've never done before.
Right,
and when you're doing things you've never done before, you feel uncomfortable. There ain't no issue feeling uncomfortable with that. It's about getting comfortable being uncomfortable. That's it. Figure it out.
Nah, that was one of my things. That was one of my things for 2021. Like, when I feel like fear, I just attack it right away. Like, you feel me? Like, as soon as like, and I be going places by myself. People be like, "How you be going?" I'm like, "Cause it's just." Feel me? You scared of that. You scared to be alone in an uncomfortable situation. I do that on purpose, like, just to like test myself. You feel me? Like, you feel me? And then like great things come out of that. Like, I promise you, great things come out of that. So like, that's
like
what
that Usher comment when they asked him back when he was like 16, 17. It's like, who you bumping in the car? And you know what Usher said? I play myself. I put myself on CD in my car, all my favorite artists. Because if you don't fuck with you, how's anyone else supposed to fuck with you?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Bet on yourself.
I think for me, I'm at a 9, like always. I'm personally about to go to DR in 2 days.
Oh, word? Damn, I want to go to DR.
I'm excited. Like, my shit is like my everything. I'm like, damn, I'm hyped. That shit, like, I'm hyped. So, but overall, I guess I'm always a 9. I've been a 9, honestly, this whole, like, podcast from episode 1 to now. I've not been changed. I'm always a...
Nah, that's fine.
We need to throw you in an uncomfortable environment or something. Shake it up a little bit. I think
with traveling, if I know I have a trip coming up and like there's planning that goes into it, I can never be... I don't think I could be above a 7.5 just because the way my mind works, first I'm thinking is, man, I got to make sure I wake up for this plane. I don't want to miss that. I got to make sure I pack everything.
You travel a lot. I don't. So when I travel, it's like a fun time. When you travel, it's like,
Oh man, I one time I left Eastern Europe and I left my cell phone at the hotel I was at. So I'm in the air, my phone's in Budapest. And you know what? I didn't care. I was like, you know, I'm gonna get it back. I know people are at the hotel. I'm just gonna have someone message them and pick it up. But it's like, even that kind of stuff I'm not worried about. I just worry about like, damn, like, all right, this is a good plane. I got a good seat. I'm gonna be sitting next to a weirdo. Like, what's going on? But it's not much you can do.
That's the last thing.
Nah, I felt that because I just dropped my phone the other day. Like, feel me? I had made some money and then I dropped my phone. So I'm like, it is what it is. You feel me? Like, I can't be bad. Like, I can't let that steal my joy. Like, it is what it is. I get it fixed. You feel me?
That. Those little things, I feel like, those are like whatever. If it's happening already, I'm like, whatever. But if I can't think of like something, like you said, like I can't think of, am I gonna sit next to a weird person? Like, I don't give a fuck. If I am, I am. If I'm not,
but it's like I forget exactly how the statement goes, but if you live too much in the past, that's where depression comes. If you live too much in the future, that's when anxiety's at. So that's why you got to stay presently in the present and not jump in between, because you can't fix what happened in the past. I said what I said, and I stand by that. And I don't control everything that's going to happen in the future, but all I can do is try to put myself in the best position. Yeah. And I got more control over the future than I got the past.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. I think maybe that's where it comes from. But like, it's one of those things.
It makes sense though. It makes sense because you think about things back in the day. It's like, damn, you get sad and shit. It's like depression type shit.
Yeah. It's like you want to relive something. It's like, we can't relive it. You can't change it.
It's like, you can't. So.
Yeah. So why even spend time?
Change, so you just got to keep going. But
the same thing with apologies. Like, I think someone apologizing, it's less on them and more on you. Because like someone could apologize for something they did to you, and it's like the choice is yours, whether you want to hold on to it or you want to let it go. Because if you hold on to it, just like a knife, it's gonna hurt you. Once you let it go, knife can't hurt you anymore.
I feel like to me, like I always, but majority of the time I'll accept apologies, but it's more of just like a storage in my brain. Like, okay, like how that person will react this way now. You know, like that's how they're gonna do things. Like I'm not gonna hold a grudge against you, but I'll just know, like, okay, this person.
I'm conscious of who you are.
I'm conscious now. Now I'm way more conscious than I was. Like that's a good apology. I'll accept it. Like I'm not gonna be like, I'm never gonna be with you again. I'm never gonna hang out with you again. You're not my friend. Like no.
All right, that leads me up to a good question I have for two of you. So obviously I ain't got a musical bone in my body. Like I can harmonize here and there. I'll be hitting it once or twice.
Sing it.
But I feel like in a lot of industries, there's people who don't have your best your best intentions in mind. And I have a friend who's like, he's been pretty well off when it came to like doing music and stuff. He had a really good year on Spotify. He had a song that blew up, it was on like a hip hop chart or whatever. And his manager took advantage of him. Like took advantage of him, basically stole all the money that he was gonna make, made deals on his behalf, like really screwed him over. So like, do you think, maybe compared to other industries, like have you come across like some slimy individuals or people you think are trying to take advantage of you, specifically in this music world or trying to get involved in it? I'm asking both of you.
I mean, I have for sure. I've come across some people that's been, feel me, that's slimy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially when you're doing hip hop and rap. You feel me? Like, it's just is what it is. Like, you got to keep your head on the swivel. But I mean, the L's that I took is just like, I just see them as a learning experience, you feel me? So like, you know, sometimes when you hungry for something, you can't be, everything that glitters is not gold, you feel what I'm saying? So like,
yeah, it's kind of like blind in the same way that love is a little bit. You can kind of see the way that thing shouldn't be, but it's like, all right, well, I'm rocking with this person, or I'm rocking with this idea, dream thing. Let me just keep going and give it a try. But no. But also, I haven't been in it as long as Omar has, but the people that I've been like dealing with, they're for getting the money back into creators' hands. So I couldn't say that like they're trying right now, that like the industry itself is trying to flip itself. Like people are trying to take out that, because there's this huge misconception about, well, not even misconception, it's just the way that it was. It's just like, you understand the music industry is just being a bunch of people who are trying to profit off of people's talent. And then there are people there now that there's this subset of people who are like, all right, fuck all that, because like, all right, this is a legitimate dream for people, this is a legitimate job for people, and they need to be able to have security, financial security, and so they're trying to put that back into the hands of the creators.
I mean, that's the thing, like you said, like dream is the most important word, because once people know that, you know, you trying to chase this dream, they'll use that against you. You feel what I'm saying? So like, you gotta be careful. And I feel like now we live in an era where with the internet, like, you don't need nobody. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, I feel
you got Instagram, you got Twitter, you got, feel me, Snapchat. Like, you could just do your own thing. Like, people feel like, oh, I need this, I need that. Nah, like, you feel me? Just, it's a business at the end of the day. Like, you feel me? And like, a lot of people get screwed over in the music game because it's like, it goes from being a hobby, they still think they're doing a hobby of just recording music and putting it out. Yeah, it's fun, but it's a business as well. That's why it's called a music business, you feel me? So like, you gotta be business savvy. If you notice, the people that have had the most success is the people that's like business savvy. So like, you know, I don't really feel sorry for anybody that's like, I mean, not been taken advantage of, but some people you do feel sorry for. Yeah, it is what it is, but like, you gotta charge it to the game. You feel me? So yeah, you gotta charge it to the game.
When you say you don't need nobody, and I know like, I'm not taking it completely at full face value. Like, oh, you don't need anyone. Like, you don't need a support group. You like, because you don't. But like
I mean, I meant that like on like
yeah. What do you mean by that?
I mean, people feel like you need like, okay, you need a label to be like, you know, successful, or like you need to be. In reality, all you need now is you need, you know, to create your own community, like, of people that rock with you. You feel me? Like, so as long as if you have 1,000 fans, if you have 1,000 true fans that support you and bump your music, and they rock with you 100%, you good. Like, in the way the ecosystem is set up, like, it's enough for you to eat. You feel me? Like, everybody not gonna be Drake, and everybody not gonna be, feel me, Young Thug or whoever, like Taylor Swift. Like, you feel me? Those are like big, you know, they generate billions and millions of dollars. You feel me? Like, so you got to start somewhere. You feel me? Like, so there's a lot of people out here that's making money that you probably never heard of. Like, you feel me? Like, as long as if you can make 40 bands a year off music, you Gucci. You feel me? Like, you doing something that you love to do, and you getting paid for it. That 40 bands gonna turn to 80, 80 gonna turn to 120, and you know it's gonna keep going up. So that's really what it is. That's how I see it.
Take me through your start. Where's your journey? Like, tell me, like, from like start with day one. You're like, yo, let me start doing this. Like,
I'm so happy you asked that question, because I was thinking to myself, like, there has to be a moment as an artist where you're doing it as a hobby, and then one day you really look in there, you're like, you know what? I'm all in. Like, push the chips in. You're like, you know what? We gonna make it or not make it, but I'm gonna do it.
I mean, I always been rapping. Like, I always liked music, like, since a kid. Like, I always been into music. Like, you feel me? My pops was a DJ. My mom always played music in the house. But I always, like, even from like elementary school, like, I always used to rap at the lunch table. But like, I never really thought nothing of it. Like, I just thought that it was like, it is what it is. It's fun, like, you feel me? Like, I used to watch Wildin' Out. They do the wild style. Yeah, we used to like take they bars and then try to flip those bars and be like, So it was just fun, like, you feel me? Boom. When I got to high school, feel me? We started battling, like, but it was like joking battles, but we was battling, but still, it was still something, like, you feel me? And
I would suspect there's a couple people in Newburgh that are like, I got bars.
Nah, yeah. But like, I mean, when I went to Newburgh, that was like my junior year, like, you feel me? Like, when I was going to school in the Bronx too, we was battling heavy. Then when I moved to Newburgh, it was like, yo, you rap? And I was like, I remember the first day I had lunch, like, one of my homies asked me, like, yo, you rap? I was like, should I say yeah? Should I say no? I'm new kid in the school. Like, I was like, yeah. He was like, all right, spit some shit. Yeah. And he pulls out his camera and then he records me. I'm like, damn. That's a lot of fucking friendship. I'm like, yeah, you just, like, we just met like 15 minutes ago. Like, you trying to embarrass me? What if I say some bullshit? Like, you feel me?
He wanted on recording.
Yeah, but I spit some heat though, so. Feel me? After that, we was Gucci. That's like, fine. You feel me? But that moment, I don't know. Like, I always been rapping. Like, but that moment, honestly, I just went with it. Like, once I just put music out on like SoundCloud for like everybody to hear, like that was really the moment. I feel like once, like when I just put it out there to the public. You feel me? Because before I would just send it to my homies. Like, oh, all right, yeah, boom. Once I put it out on like SoundCloud and shit, I'm like, all right. Cool, feel me? And then just kept the ball rolling. You feel me?
You've been consistent too.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, we all know you from like Levi's and shit. And, like, I remember when I met you, you were like, "Yo, I rap."
Right.
But it was never like I rap. You know what I mean? That's not what you are now. Like I've like that growth is like been crazy. So
Right.
And I can see it. Like you've been consistent, which is super dope.
Yeah. That's the important part. Like consistency. Like, and I'm trying to be more consistent. Like, you feel me? Like. You feel me? Because the more you keep doing it, the more you get better at it.
It's all about momentum.
Right, exactly.
That's the bigger like picture for life. Like, get momentum heading in the positive direction of what you want to do. And from watching you and following you for these last couple of years, you've definitely been building the right momentum and like working on that problem. When I saw you down there in Revolt, I was like, that's for real.
Nah, yeah,
like,
that's dope.
For real.
That's like one of the things that I'm learning. Like, you got to be at the right places, like, you feel me? Like,
networking.
Yeah, you gotta be at the right. You gotta be like, I can't just be staying.
Yeah.
Feel me? Or be it on Broadway. What I would do, or be it on Broadway, or be here. Like, I gotta be where people, like-minded people are. You feel me?
Take me through that. Like, what was that all about? Like,
it was actually like, so it's like the Revolt Summit. It's like a conference where they had different panels, like, with different celebrities and like, different people that's like in the industry. You feel me? From all over, like, so people from all over the U.S. come from all over the world actually. So like, it was nice connecting with people. Like, I seen anybody like Young Thug, Gunna, Allen Iverson, who else I seen? Mad people, Meek Mill, Anwell. I didn't even know Anwell was Anwell. Like, I said what's up to him, like thinking he's just like a regular dude. Like,
I mean, he's a regular dude.
Like, yeah, he is, but like, I didn't know. I'm like, oh, that's the dude. Like, feel me? That's Anwell. Like, you feel me? So they had like different panels. Like, they had a mental health panel. They had a business panel. They had like, all different types of information. Like, you feel me? And like, you want to get information from people that's already, in motion.
Movie.
You feel me? Word. So like, it was dope. Like,
do you see yourself doing some shit like that again? Like, do you want to?
Yeah, for sure. Like, that's really the type. Like, when I go out of town or like vacation, whatever. Like, that's the type of thing I want to go to. Like, you feel me? Like, all right. I mean, I could go on the beach and lay down and stuff, but yeah, like, that's not fun to me. Like, you feel me? Like, I could do that after. Like, let me do something productive and then do that after. Like,
I think that's tough for like some people that really like what they do. Especially like, you guys have your music. For me, it's like my business and like me trying to run it for myself and do my own thing. It's like when you're chilling, you're going on vacation. Like, I went to Cancun with my girlfriend for like a week, and I'm sitting on the beach and I'm like, I can only sit out here for so long. Like, the sand's good, water's good, but like, after a while, it's like, I miss the grind. And it's like, I'm thinking about stuff. So I'm sitting there and I start listening to like sales podcasts and technology podcasts. And I get back from the vacation and whatnot, and my like managers and my friends are asking me about the vacation. I'm like, yeah, I was out there, it was cool, I had a cold drink, and I started listening to like different podcasts and like started listening to some audiobooks. They're like, you're working on your vacation? And I was like, no. It's work to you. It's what I'm gonna feed my kids with one day. Right. The house I'm gonna buy is gonna be coming from this. Right. So like, it's work to you, but it's a passion for me. And I think sometimes passion is one of those things that it's hard to explain to somebody who isn't passionate or is not as hungry as you are.
Yeah.
Because you sound boastful. You sound like you're bragging. Like someone who don't have the same passion or the same want, they're gonna look at you and be like, "What do you want? Like,
right.
Really fuck with yourself that much, or like, you believe in yourself that much? Like, yeah, I do. Yeah, last time I checked, I do."
Nah, I mean, having a passion in general is a blessing though, because a lot of people don't. You feel me?
Got it.
A lot of people don't, and like it's kind of like I feel like your passion kind of like guides you.
Yeah,
You feel me?
so,
like
definitely.
in a way, like because you don't know, you might just be doing something and then you end up doing something else. Like you feel me? Like so, it's like your passion. It's a blessing to have a passion. Like you feel me? Like you gotta
But I
just.
feel like sometimes like if you don't have a passion, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like understand, like try to find it.
Right.
Like just try. That's
Mm-hmm.
literally the most you can do. All humans can do is try. Like that's all you can
But
do.
even
Right.
with the passion, I'm curious. Like when you guys are meeting people in the industry that say like have more experience than you, have been around a little bit longer, like how open are you to advice?
Well, not just even in music, but like when I was trying to find a job outside of college, that's how I reach out to people, because people just want to know that you're interested in what they've done, what they have to do, and they're more willing to give you information or access to things when you have a genuine interest in what they have to say. And like at first, it's like, I just want a job, just like give me a job or give me a position or something like that. But when you're hasty, when you don't like engage with the person, those kinds of things, like there's not a real connection being made there, and it's not like
Genuine?
it's not it's like there's no incentive there to want to help somebody. But like when you actually have, that's why it's easy. Well, I feel it's easier when you're pursuing your passions to be interested in what other people are doing, because it's genuinely a place where you want to be. So in terms of like advice and like people who are doing the things that I want to do, like I'm very receptive to it, because it's like, one, this is something that I'm very interested in. You're already in a place where I want to be, and it's possible that you can help me with the things that I'm working on now. And even if you don't have a next step for me, there's something in anybody, you know what I mean? There's something that you can gather from.
There's value in the connection.
In anywhere, yeah. Regardless if they do give you to another person, or there's a piece of advice that they could have said that that resonated with you, or they send you to the CEO of NBA or whatever you want to get involved with. But
I think it's also like, even when like sometimes I get advice from people, I'm just like, oh yeah, like especially when I seek it out. But then sometimes you get advice from somebody, you're like, you got some bullshit.
yeah, no, they're definitely okay.
Like,
so
I'm glad I
even
got
people
advice from
who
them.
are in
Now I
like
know.
even people who are in like top positions, there are assholes like in the world, and they get there like, how the fuck are you here? But at the same time, they're there, so they have something from you. But that is an interesting thing, which I didn't realize. When people give you, there are people in the world who want to see you, who want to give you advice, who want to help, only until the point where you don't grow better than them.
I don't want you to do better than me. Or why? Yeah,
Right.
like
So
some people have
as
that
soon as
crab
they start
mentality.
seeing you take their advice, using it, and doing better than where they are now, then it's like, I don't have anything to say to you.
Yeah.
I don't want to say nothing about how good you're doing, because like what the fuck, my advice worked, you know what I mean? And I don't know if that's what they're thinking, but you notice the change.
Crab
And there are
mentality.
people out there that are like, I'm willing to help you as long as you don't go higher than I do.
What about you, Woody? What's your...
I mean, I take everything with a grain of salt, like, because what worked for somebody else might not work for me. You feel me? Like,
That's
so
important to know.
that's important. Like,
That is,
you
like,
feel
the most
me?
important thing to know.
It's like, sometimes everybody's path is different. Like, you feel me? But you could take something from somebody's experience. Like, you feel me? Like, and that same situation that they was in might just pop up to you, and then when it pops up, you like, oh yeah, such and such told me about that. Yeah, he told me about that. So I seen it coming, like, you feel me? So I take everything with a grain of salt, good or bad. Like, even if it's like something good, like somebody likes me, or even if they don't, like everything is not for everybody. Like, you feel me? Like, but like as far as building that connection, like, what you said is correct. Like, you gotta you gotta be genuine, like, you feel me? Like, I noticed that, like, you gotta, like, at first I used to be like, yo, listen to my shit, man, right now.
Yeah,
Like,
you
feel me?
can't
Like,
just fuck-
you can't do that, like, you feel me? Because they got something else going on, and they somebody, like, you feel me? So once you know somebody, like, like, do your research, like, you feel me? Like, oh, this is such and such. Oh, it was good, like, I seen your
Yeah.
podcast, I like it. Feel me? Keep doing your thing. They gonna rock with you off that, like, you feel me? So, like, don't be like, a lot of people be like narcissistic, like, you feel me? It's not about you all the time, like, you feel
Yeah.
me? Word.
Yeah.
That's one thing I had to learn, like, it's not about you all the time, like, you feel me?
Yeah,
It's about,
sucks.
yeah,
That's the
it's
shit
about
in
everybody
the way.
else. It is what it is.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta be selfish about what you want. but
Right.
you don't have to come off like an asshole.
It's all about delivery. It's
yeah.
the-
Right.
You said the same exact
Some
thing,
people
but how
don't
you
want to work
deliver
with
it.
Diddy.
Yeah.
Some people just don't want to work with Diddy. They say he's an asshole. It's like, yeah, he's an asshole, but he's pretty successful. Like, he's definitely figuring something out. Like that video of him, like after he like closed like a huge deal and he starts slamming the phone and he goes, "I can do anything. Give me your hardest task. I'm gonna do it right now." And I was like, you know what? I'd
Probably
work with
could.
you.
Right.
Probably could.
Yeah, you probably could.
Nah, yeah, you gotta take
Yeah.
the good with the bad. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, facts.
This is what it is.
For sure.
So in your career, where do you like from the start to the finish? Where did you see yourself like starting, and then like everything that you've learned from it? Where do you like? Where's the end goal kind of thing?
Where are we taking 2022? Where's
I
it
mean,
going?
2022, we just gonna like, you know, like keep building that momentum. Like, you feel me? The momentum's been, you know, set in like 2021. Like, you feel me? So 2021 is really the year where I just decided to just go all in with like my business and my music. You feel
And
me?
I can
So
see
like,
that too from afar, obviously.
yeah, like, so I just really like, you know, been going at it 100%. And like when you believe in yourself, like the universe rewards you. Like, it's weird. Like, as weird as it, that shit is dead ass real. Like, you feel me? The universe rewards you in like weird ways. You like, damn, I didn't even see this coming. Like, you feel me? But I mean, you know, just being consistent, like keep doing what I've been doing, like, you feel me? Like you said before, like best way to eat elephant one piece at a time. You feel me? So one day at a time, one song at a time, one video at a time, like, you feel me? Cause you never know, like, you know, one thing I realized, something that you might like, you might not like somebody else love, like, you feel me? Like, and like a lot of like artists, like they hold themselves back, like, oh damn, I don't want to put this out because it's not me. I'm not like that. Like, I'm gonna put it out. If the people rock with it, they rock with it. If they don't rock with it, on to the next one. Like, somebody's, you know, there's something for everybody. So like, but as far as like keeping it going, like, you know, I just see myself, you know, going to the top. That's really what it is. Like, you know, the journey though. It's about the journey though. Yeah, it's about the journey. Like, you feel me? So
I think sometimes you see the end of where you want to be and see people that are at that position where you want to be, and you forget that they had to go through the struggles that you go through.
Right.
So everybody loves the end goal and the destination, and forget about the journey.
So like even Nick and I last night we were talking about, like, he was like, yo, when you move, like in the future, like where do you see yourself? And I'm like, yo, like I don't like, I want to move, that's what I want to do, but at the same time I don't want to have like a set picture, because if I don't get there I'm gonna be mad and not go about like my life in the meantime. Like, it is about that journey where it's like, I'm here where I'm at right now, let me enjoy this. But obviously I'm gonna think about it, I'm gonna try to get there, but if I don't get to this exact spot, I don't want to be like, no, I messed up. And everything was wrong. No, this whole journey that I did was where I was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was where I wanted to be. At the end of the goal, you know what I'm saying? Even like the music or whatever, it's like, I want to get here, but if I don't get here, it's not like I had a bad time.
Right.
The journey was where I wanted, you know, this is what it was. Obviously, I want to get here, but if I don't, I did this and I did this. This was good as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's good in not doing what you need, what your goal is. Obviously you want to set a high goal. And that journey just, like, you know, is gonna lead you to other ways that you didn't even know. You feel me? Like,
yeah, you learn so much about yourself. Like,
like, you feel me? That's the dope part about it. Like, it's like you don't know what you're gonna be like. Damn, I didn't think I would end up here. So like, I don't really like, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that moment when you find yourself somewhere and you're just like, wow, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm doing this.
Word.
Like, I'm involved in it. Like, I'm doing this. Like, this is me. It's like, for 2022, I went and I was like, yo, I really want to be like on some shit for a few different things in my personal life and the business life and everything else like that. So I was like, how can I get a constant reminder of these things I'm looking to accomplish? So I started thinking hard and I was like, I need to see it. I need to see it every day. So I built a vision board. And I printed out, I have it printed in the crib, so I printed out all this stuff somewhere, paid the money to get it printed in color so I could see it in color, and I made this vision board, and I've been looking at it every day for like at least a week now, and I'm thinking to myself, if I can see myself there, I can get there. And I'm not worried about the journey. I know I'm gonna do what I have to do, but it's about visualizing and seeing yourself there, and I think that's a lot of it is half the battle. So especially when you see people already there, and it's like, damn, like, this is gonna take me a while.
That's
like,
comparing though. I can't compare.
But that's the thing. But it's, I think, the easiest thing for your brain to do. Like,
it's so easy to do.
So easy because it's
natural.
natural.
I'm not gonna say don't do it because everyone does it. But I try to,
how could you not
logically say don't do that?
Don't do it.
I know this person's there. I'm sure I want to get there, but I'm not gonna say, oh, I have to do it this way because this way. I'm maybe gonna do it like that because he's there or she's there or whatever. no, I'm going to continue to do what I want to do. I see that goal, but I'm not going to compare myself to you because, like we said in the beginning, like everyone has different ways of doing the same thing. Like,
And the worst is when people ask you, like, I remember being in high school, and one of my favorite things to do is to put people on. Like, if I can put somebody on to a job, like the amount of people I put on to like Levi's, or when I was like doing a janitorial work and stuff, I was just putting people on to jobs. I'm like, yo, if I can get you some bread, like a consistent job, good for you. But like now as an adult, now like networking and talking with people, I can't put everybody on.
Right.
I can't put you all on. And also I understand when people can't put me on. So if I'm coming to you for advice, I'm not asking you to put me on. I'm just asking you, give me a little bit of advice. Like you don't have to show me the way. But just, show me where the tracks are. Like, what does it look like? Like, how did you start? And I'll figure it out myself. Because I don't want to be you. I want to be me. I just want to be,
Sure. And even when we had Brett and Ryan on, they're starting like an app and everything. And they're saying basically, like, someone's like, did you copyright it, whatever? They're like, we did. But like, even if someone were to try it and did everything we did, their app's going to be different than ours. No matter what they did, if they copied everything, they're still going to have something different. We're completely different than you because we're different people. Like, even if it's the same, we're different. So no matter what you're doing, it's going to be different. So that's why I feel like, comparing, it's like you're going to be different regardless. You'll never be identical. So like, why try to compare? Because it's never going to be that way anyway.
It's just your brain looks for the easiest thing to do. Like when you're figuring out a situation or you're figuring out how to navigate something, the first thing you look for is the path of least resistance. So when you look at somebody, when you look at something, the first thing in your brain, this is just psychological, it just compares. It's like, okay, this is where I'm at, this is where you're at. What's the difference? Because that's easy for my eyes to see, my head then try to rationalize. But if you don't make comparing yourself a rational thing, like that's irrational. Like if you think about it, it is irrational. You're a different person. I'm not you. You're not me. We don't have the same opportunity. And it's like even that upbringing. But I think a lot of it starts in the home. It's like nature versus nurture. It's like one of the oldest arguments ever. It's like, what is it? Is it your environment or is it how you were raised? I don't know the answer. I don't think anyone does.
It's a combination.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of both.
A whole bunch of things.
A little bit of both.
Yeah, but it's like you want.
No, I was just saying, like, it being pinned up against each other, kind of like it creates this false dilemma. It's like both of those things.
Yeah, like we both can eat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right, for real.
You guys want to transition into some would you rather's?
I'm down.
Let's get into some would
What
you
if I say
rather's.
no? Like, what do we do?
Yeah, right? Like, you know what? No, let's continue to
let's
talk
actually.
about
Yeah, and on today's episode.
no would
That's
you rather's
funny.
today. All right, let's get it. First, would you rather? Ooh, hold up, my fault.
Technical
I have
difficulties.
PTSD and such a doing that. So I just gotta see
We good?
We straight?
Yeah.
She actually came back. She's like, I'll be like, I'm a jinx. I'm off the show.
Yeah, like Nick can't.
We actually
Every time
banned
Nick
Nick.
saw some shit.
That's mad funny.
He's self-sabotaging.
All right. Would you rather have a pause button in your life or a rewind button in your life?
Pause.
Jeez.
That's tough.
I've watched the last couple of episodes, and some of these would you rather's have me perplexed. Like I'm in bed going through like an emotional crisis. Like damn, like stop time, fly,
Blinder death, blinder death.
hand foot.
Nah, that's mad funny. That's tough.
That's a tough one.
Cause pause, but what are you really gonna pause? Like,
I mean, just take a moment.
I mean, you're in an argument with your girl. You want to say something crazy? Just pause. I need a
Right, I don't need to rewind.
Pause is like I wake up for work. Let me get like an extra hour. Let me just sleep for an extra hour.
Damn,
Pause time. Real quick.
I don't know. I may hit pause and never unpause.
Never on pause.
nah, I think I'm gonna say rewind. Cause I feel like you could just pause. Life, just don't do shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
To me though, rewind is like I'm fucking up with the timeline. The timeline is like why I can't go back to the past. Let me not rewind shit.
I mean,
I don't need.
yeah,
the
that's
past.
tough. I don't know.
You said pause?
Yeah.
I think pause.
I just don't need the past. You know,
What do you think,
I
Nate?
could just take a break.
I'm just
Yeah,
thinking
take a
about
break.
all the
That's fine.
situations where I wish I could just rewind some shit. But
Yeah,
I'm
but like-
also thinking about some situations if I would have just hit pause on myself. If I would have just
As the words are coming out of his mouth.
Pause that.
Come on, it's like when you at a house party, you look in the bathroom mirror, and you're just like, damn,
Like, word.
we done did this
We done
again.
did this
We told you ain't gonna come out here and get turned like this. Come on, Nick. I'm gonna have to say rewind.
Yeah, but
I'm
on
gonna
the
have to say
other rewind
rewind.
is though too. Like think about Madden when you throw that pick back in the day. It's like rewind.
That was the most fraudulent. R.I.P. to John Madden. Let me just say that first
Oh,
and
yeah,
foremost.
yeah,
R.I.P. to John Madden and Young Dolph. I wasn't here for that episode. R.I.P.
Betty
Young
White.
Dolph and Betty White. You know,
Oh, damn.
3 weeks shy of her 100th birthday.
R.I.P. to the goats. But that Madden Rewind shit was the worst thing to ever happen.
No,
The worst thing to ever happen. But I'm going like Rewind.
Really?
Because I feel like in the Rewind, I'm gonna pause a little bit. Recount
But like,
the
how
steps.
far are you trying to rewind though? You trying to rewind the whole shit?
I
Or
don't
just like one moment?
I don't know how
Rewind.
I don't know how
Yeah,
long the
rewind.
Rewind.
You know what? This whole podcast sucks. Let's rewind.
Yeah,
Let's
Now,
do
what's
the whole
that?
shit
What's
over
that
again.
movie with Ben Stiller? Is Ben Stiller?
Click.
Oh, Click.
Click.
No, that's Adam
Click.
Sandler.
Oh, yeah,
That's one of the
yeah.
saddest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was
it
thinking
Adam
on the days they look
Yeah,
like.
he got wild with that remote. Yeah, he got Click.
That's Adam Sandler?
That's Adam Sandler.
No, I think that's Ben Stiller, isn't
Ben
it?
Stiller.
It's
Oh,
more-
yeah, with the low bars.
Adam
It's Ben
Sandler.
Stiller.
No, it is Adam Sandler. The reason why I know it's Adam Sandler because I remember watching. I was like, "Damn, Adam, you're doing a dark movie here, brother. Like, I need some Happy Gilmore type shit." No, it's Adam Sandler.
100%.
100%.
I
Unless
know
this is
for
a Mandela effect and we're all remembering it the wrong.
Now
Yeah.
Ben Stiller did that dodgeball movie.
Yeah,
right?
that's dodgeball.
No, but I think he did that too, though.
did
I
not
think he
do
did
that.
Click.
It's Adam
Because
Sandler.
Click is too raunchy for Adam Sandler.
That's why I remember it was
Look at
Adam.
the poster. It literally
It's
has
Adam Sandler with a
right?
remote.
All right, but is it Adam
Adam Sandler
Sandler
with
like
the
Adam Sandler or Adam Sandler Ben Stiller?
All right. Next, would you rather?
They fake look alike.
All right, we
Would
lost
you
that one,
rather
Omar.
drown to death or burn to death?
Oh, I don't even want to think about that, but I'm definitely gonna go burn.
I don't want to think about
Just
it, but like
because
I absolutely have thought about it.
The smoke's gonna get me first. Like people who burn to death don't actually burn to death. They have like the smoke and the heart. Yeah, I'll die quicker with the smoke with the burning to death. Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it because like
Have you ever semi-drowned? Though just a little
No,
bit.
I also pick burn.
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
burn.
Like I'm gonna
I
burn.
feel like drowning is just like slow pain.
I almost drowned.
I feel I
as
feel
a
like I
kid.
would just like go unconscious, you know, after a
Nah.
while.
Word.
I almost drowned in the wave pool at Mountain Creek. Shout out to the Real 845, and that shit was traumatizing.
You want to talk about it? 'Cause it seems-
I don't know. I would skip that one.
Honestly, both are just they suck.
Yeah, it's just like
The
yeah.
first in
Either
what kind
way,
of party
so-
history? The first skip.
Either way,
Only
it's like
the BagRunner.
You put that card down.
Yeah.
But nah, I mean, I don't know. That's too. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
either or. You taking the L.
Yeah, either
You feel me? It's like
murder. You get killed. Like,
Game's over.
yeah, game's over.
Words.
Regardless.
Ain't no
Whatever way you cut it.
respawning
My body
either.
will be better to like deal with if I
After.
drown.
But I'm thinking me when I'm alive, dying. I don't want to be.
I'm
I know,
just
but
saying.
like the dying part is like the fun part, you know?
What?
You haven't seen the series, have you?
What series?
I don't know. I forget what it's called. It's like Death Near Me or some shit on Netflix. And like everybody who's had these near-death experiences are like, yeah, I didn't feel anything. It was great. It was awesome. Like my legs were broken, like knees were out of place and shit. But they were talking about like how they just
Found
it's a
peace
sense
in
of
the end.
euphoria, light. They seen somebody that they'd known.
See, I've never.
That's because
seen
they
that.
going into a different realm,
Yeah, a
probably.
whole different-
It's
I
some,
didn't
like
see
your
that.
brain is just like.
Yeah, bro, but I'm saying
I don't know.
like death, like regardless. Like how would I
death is-
regardless,
The thing
like when I get to that place, I don't care if it's through water or fire, but
The interesting thing is like I haven't seen that, but I saw a thing about like people that like have botched or didn't have successful suicide attempts, and it's weird they use the term successful suicide attempt. But like the first thing they said was, as I was, wow, you're unsuccessful. You didn't kill yourself and you're unsuccessful. But like the first thing they said was, as I was I'm fucked up. That's
Yo, he
not
gonna
right.
get his canceled.
party is this?
What did I say? What did I say on the first episode? I hope this doesn't get me canceled. I'll stand by it. But the thing is, the people that tried to commit suicide, the first thing they said was, as I was doing the action, as I was doing the thing, or jumped off the bridge, as soon as I left that ledge, the first thing I thought was, wow, my problems weren't that big.
Really?
I didn't have to do this. Like my problems weren't that big. I could have figured
That
it out.
instant regret.
And then as soon as they do it, instant regret, and they're like, wow, I wish I didn't do this. And then the thing was, he goes, the best thing that happened to me was when I hit that water, I floated right back up and I lived. And it's like I could have stayed there in the water and drowned, but I swam to the shore and I was like, what was I doing? And like so many people have changed their lives after doing something like that.
Nah, yeah.
And it's like they
facts.
realize, but here's put perspective.
Yeah.
At that moment, they were like, "Wow, I thought this is what I
Changed the whole
what I
perspective.
wanted to
Changed the
do.
whole
I thought this is what I wanted." But it's even sometimes like the analogy I always use is, say if your biggest aspiration in life is owning a home, like that's what you want. Like you do all this stuff, you do all this work, you work your ass off, you save, do all this other stuff. Let's say you get that home, you're standing in that home, you got the keys, you're in this big ass house by yourself. No family, no kids, no nothing, no one to enjoy it with you, none of that, all this other stuff. You got the home, you got nothing else. So it's like there's way more. It's perspective. There's so much more than just that goal you think is gonna make you complete.
Well, that's like tunnel vision to your goal. You can't.
Yeah, you can't.
They have
Right.
what is it? Kimu. This was the myth of Sisyphus talks about like.
Damn, that's a tough word.
Huh?
I couldn't pronounce that.
Sisyphus.
I thought you said myth of Sisyphus.
Myth of Sisyphus. Myth of
Sisyphus.
Sisyphus talks about like suicide and this is where he says the origin of suicide is that you have a house goal or like a material goal that you're attached to that like this is it, this is life, and like you catch yourself in this like loop, and I think it's like the loop of absurdity where it's like there's this monotony where of achieving your goals where you're not doing anything different, or like you have this your tunnel vision focused on this one thing of getting this one thing, or either it be that or a relationship or whatever it is that because you keep doing the same thing over and over again and it's not working, and like this is all that you want, you're not trying different paths and everything, you just get caught in this loop. And then I guess when you activate the jumping off bridge, it's like like I never I didn't try this or I didn't try this, so like how do you activate that outside of
try to kill yourself,
the loop, before without trying to kill yourself.
I think taking control of your life is the biggest thing. It's like I can think of certain points in my life where I was like, damn, like I'm wilding right now, and like the things that got me back online, like changing up my diet and controlling what I eat. And the other one, like I think not everyone should do this, but like if you're in the right position, fam, quitting my job was an unreal feeling. Like when I said I'm gonna leave, I was like I'm out of here and I'm gonna get a better job. And I quit my job. That moment after, I was like, fuck yeah, you're the captain of your own ship, Nick Seabrook. Let's go. That shit, I can't explain what that
I quit
felt
my
like.
job too in 2021.
Yeah, and what after you did that? What was that like? That feeling?
I mean, after it's crazy. I quit my job and I went to Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
I was in Vegas chilling, and I was just like, fuck it, we taking it one day at a time. We going thuggy.
You gotta figure it out. Like this is new life.
I feel like that too is like it's figuring it out. Literally, you know what I mean? Like that's the first step of trying to figure it out, which is good. Like even you, like it's good. Like you talk about you quit your job, everything, but like now you're doing more shit to try to figure it out, which is like perfect. You know what I mean? Like if you had that job, you wouldn't be trying to figure it out.
Right.
You would still be stuck in that loop.
In that loop, word.
That loop.
Right.
It's kind of like learning how to swim.
Yeah.
Oh, you know how to swim? No way. Toss you in the water. You're gonna drip. I ain't gonna let you down.
I love being thrown in the deep end. Gotta figure that shit out.
Yeah, word. That's good. That's like some people need that, and some people don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
some people need to be eased into it. Other people need to be like cannonball shot into like the open ocean.
No.
We do not advise quitting your job
Unless you're
about to get that bag.
You know what I'm saying? But like that's not. It won't work for everyone.
Nah,
like
word.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh no.
I don't know. I think anything works out if you.
I mean, you're obviously no matter what you do, like Nick said, it's a choice. It's not wrong or right.
Oh no,
like,
no wrong.
What you
or right.
want to deal with, like the things that you're willing to handle.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Pays the cost to be the boss. You want to do certain things for your life. You want to live a certain lifestyle. You got to pay that cost. You want to drive that Maserati? You willing to pay the cost of the person who drives a Maserati?
Be a broke bitch for a little bit. That's fine.
Like
Shit,
that.
ain't scared of no poverty.
You shared that meme one time of a person's like apartment with an air mattress in the middle of it. And I thought the universe was speaking directly to me. I was in my new apartment. What was I sleeping on? A goddamn air mattress. Making more money than I ever did in my life. I'm sleeping on an air mattress in an apartment. And I was like, growth takes on many different forms.
Right.
This is growth.
Yeah.
Nah,
Sometimes you find yourself in Vegas. Still getting that bag though.
You know what I mean? Fuck it. I was
at
in
the
Vegas. I was like, it is what it is. Gotta take that leap of faith. That's really what it's about.
Jump shot.
You feel me?
Jump shot.
Word, you feel me? And like I said before, the universe gonna reward you once you do that.
It certainly will.
You feel me? Once you believe, because you can't be like, feel me? Like when you in the middle, like it's like that's not a good place to be. Like you feel me? You gotta just take that leap of faith.
Yep, had a job in a week.
That's what you rather.
All right, what is it?
We back at it.
We back at it.
You guys don't want dark, right?
Not dark.
I like dark.
I don't want dark.
Love dark.
We can do two more with you.
I'd rather do one that's
Let's
not
do
dark.
two and let's do one dark.
I mean, it's not really that dark.
Okay, it's not dark.
It's not.
All right. I don't know why
your
Nick is
dog and
wilding
kill your
anyway.
cat.
Would you rather always be serious or always be joking around?
I think I'm always joking around already.
Yeah, I'm always joking around.
But like always, no matter what's going on in your life, you're always joking around.
Oh man, I think
I'm gonna go with the
I
joking
feel like
around.
I'm like that now. I mean, I'll be serious sometimes, but I'll be joking around.
I joke around a lot.
I can be serious.
But like, no. But in this case, you can't be serious.
No, I'm just gonna go
You
ahead
can't
with
be
joking
serious
around.
ever
I think,
again.
It's either always be serious or always be joking.
Don't take me seriously.
I would think always be serious.
Really?
I would say always be serious, just because like I just think it'd probably be easier to navigate life, like to always be serious, and like you'll find somebody, because I think there's people out there just always fucking serious, like never take a break, and then you could find like if you're always joking around, some shit's gonna happen. You'd be like, oh,
Right, like you're the guy at the funeral making jokes and be like, the wrong time, wrong place.
Nah, that's bad funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
like just someone's gonna be like, this is like what. Nah, like
Somebody
you can
slap
get
you,
away.
you start laughing.
Yeah, you can get away with always being serious. Like even people are like, oh,
I
you
feel
got.
like in like the long term picture, like I don't want to live my whole life serious. That's the only thing. Like
I
short
couldn't.
term, definitely serious, but long term, it's like wow, I lived this serious ass life. That sucked.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Joking around is like,
Yeah, but you guys are thinking about
Like, what
joking
is-
around
what is
like you can
serious?
turn it off.
No, I know that. But
You
that's
could
what I'm
never
saying.
turn
But
this
then
off.
think about,
I'm not
like,
thinking
you're
about it
having
like
fun
that.
with your friends, you're dead ass mad
Dead serious. Yeah, I'm probably
It's
losing
like,
those
all right, bro,
friends.
like, all right, get the fuck out of here.
It's like the would you rather cry in a Bentley or cry on a bike? It's like
Laugh on
I
a
don't know.
bike,
I can
yeah.
serious my way to CEO cry in that Bentley.
I think I'd always rather be joking, to be completely honest, because like long term, like I said, and then like I would basically put myself around the people that I know.
right.
I would put
Understand.
myself in situations where like I have to be. Obviously, like life will put you that, but like overall, long term, I'd rather just be joking.
I think I would just be a
'Cause I would
jokester
hate to-
and
I
let
would hate
everyone
to
know
look back
like
on my
I
life
can't
and be
take
like, wow,
anything
I took
seriously.
everything so serious and I didn't enjoy life. Not saying you can't enjoy life when you're serious, but like
Bro, I'd be on the beach frowning, just be like, sand.
serious on the
Yeah,
beach.
mad serious on the beach, just catching a sick tan.
Not upset.
That's tough. Cause like the first thing you think of joking around is like, what if? Because there's moments like you know how they say like sometimes it sobers you up.
Yeah.
Like you ever been drunk and like something bad happens, like wait a minute, sweat out all the henny. You're just like, all right, we need to figure this out. Cops are here.
Nah, word.
Always
Say
joking around.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna be joking around because I can't be serious all
Yeah,
the
just
time.
long,
Like,
I
you
say
feel
long
me?
term picture is just like I don't want to look back on my life and just be like,
And
Because
like,
even the most serious shit is always humor in it. Like,
of
Yo.
you
course.
feel me? Like when people be like, "Don't laugh," that's when you want to
Right,
laugh
that's
the
when you
most.
wanna
Like,
laugh.
you feel me? Like,
Right,
like, and that's
yeah.
like misery. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like,
Like, I'd be like miserable.
Word.
Just serious all the
I
time.
can't lie. When someone does give you bad news, or like not, I'm not talking about horrible bad news, but just like general bad news, and like you make a joke about it, like, well, guess we're fucked. Like, at least you could laugh.
Yeah.
I know. I want it now. I'll go always serious.
there's this saying that goes, those who feel see the world as a tragedy, and those who think see the world as a comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
that's bars.
That's bars.
TikTok. Nice little clip.
Nice little TikTok.
Nah, that's
All right,
bars.
fuck it, we'll do one more.
Hey.
And then we'll get to the questions. Would you rather work fewer days but more hours, or more days but fewer hours?
First one.
Yeah. Give me the nurse
Fewer days,
schedule.
more hours?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the nurse schedule.
Yeah.
Work a 12
Well, like 12-hour shift.
Yeah, because then I'm only working 3
Yeah,
days. a
yeah.
week.
Just give me the calm 12
Nah,
hours.
yeah.
There's some
If I'm
nurses
there, I'm
that
there.
get
It's
2
fun.
weeks off. Like they finesse it
Yeah.
where they're doing all this stuff. My mom works 3 days, then has like 4 days off in
Yeah.
a row, and I'm just like, that's gangster.
Yeah,
Like,
I
Nah, word. Because that's really the most important thing is time. If you don't got
I
time,
agree.
you're done.
'Cause
You
imagine
feel
working
me?
like 4
Like,
hours
it's
Yeah.
a day,
crazy.
7 days a week, that
Exactly.
would
It's the
suck.
biggest thing.
Word.
Yeah.
Always competing with things with time.
Yeah. No, big time. Time is literally everything. Like, not everything,
word.
obviously. But
No, it is
how
everything.
you spend the time.
It's the
How you
most
spend-
precious
yeah.
thing.
It's
It's the
you
most
have.
precious resource that you own. Cause like I always, when like people come to me and ask for advice or anything, the first thing I tell them is like, listen, before I give you any advice, before I help with you, especially if they're like new recent graduates, I tell them like, listen, I have a limited amount of time, and the older I get, the more expensive my time is. So like what I was doing before, I've already leveled up. So my time is more expensive than if you would have asked me a year ago. So if I'm gonna give you this time, you're getting a premium product here. So don't
This
fucking
premium
waste it.
package, Seabrook.
But your time is premium.
Premium
Like my
Seabrook.
time is worth more than your time, and that's like in any meeting. That's like the first thing my manager taught me when I started getting into business is your time is more valuable than anyone you meet with. So like make sure it's worth your time
But
before you do
period.
anything.
In general.
Nah,
and in
for
life.
sure.
Yeah, because you can't get it back, and I'm giving it to you. You buy things with time.
But also, like, even like wasted time is still like time
Oh,
if
yeah.
you did something. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. There's like so many perspectives on it. That's really what it comes down to, is perspective.
Yeah,
Right.
I was listening to a podcast with Joe Rogan's, and this woman goes, "Yeah, I stopped drinking. Like I just gave up alcohol. I've been sober for the last 13 years." And he goes, "Why'd you stop drinking? Like what was the thing, the catalyst behind it?" She goes, "I woke up one day on a Sunday, super hungover, and I did absolutely nothing. I just lay there. I was miserable. I was dehydrated. I felt like shit." And I just realized I just wasted this whole day, and I'll never get that time back, and I never want to do that again. And I was like, that's wild. And she was like, my time, like, I didn't do anything. I didn't eat. I just felt horrible. I just laid in bed. I felt sick. And I was like, I don't want to feel like this ever again. I don't want to lose time like this ever again. She just stopped drinking. Stone cold sober, 13 years.
Yeah, that's gangster.
Word. All right, well, let's get into some cards. Let's get into the questions of the episode. I would say episode or week. I don't even know what it is. It's kind of the same.
It's whatever you want it to be, brother.
But I say both times. All right, let's get it.
Flow.
Describe the first time your perspective changed significantly. That's actually perfect for this conversation.
Oh, good segue.
That was literally perfect. Anyone want to go first? Anyone has an answer?
Bad. I didn't know you were going to pull this card, but I was thinking about it
crazy.
earlier. First business class ever in college. I'm thinking, oh, I'm the shit. I don't got to study. I'll be fine. Everything's good. So she gives us an assignment. We got to write a paper. So I write the paper, last minute, do it, hand it in. Next day or whatever, he comes back with the paper. She goes, all right, like, this is a wake-up call for a lot of you here. You know, some of you think what you did in high school is going to pass here. What you did in community college is going to get you through. Like, it's not the case. Some of you really did pick it up. And some of the effort I saw on this was lackluster. And for one very special person here, you misspelled business on your paper. You're a business major. Get it together. And I'm sitting there like, what fucking idiot misspelled business? Like, idiot. I get my paper back. Business circled. Misspelled. That day changed my academic career from that moment. Because I was like, I felt like the biggest buffoon in the room. Like, I was one guy sitting there. I was like, wow, I'm the idiot. And that teacher ended up being that's my girl. Like, set me straight, said it. I'm going to have to do something here. I'm not going to get away with the shit I got away with before. Like, the things have changed. Right there, perspective changed.
That's good.
Nice.
Did it better? Do you think it bettered you?
100%. I'll never forget it.
Do you think it bettered you outside of school? Or just
oh, yeah. It showed me that if you don't put the effort, it shows. Like, I've done some presentations where, like, I maybe not hit the mark or all this other stuff, but, like, some of the feedback I got was, you prepared. Like, we saw effort. Yeah. And that's sometimes all people want. You've been in a relationship for, like, 10 plus years. A good compliment. He still puts an effort into this. Like, he's not just walking through this relationship. People want to see effort. Effort.
No.
You got an answer?
I mean, I've had a lot of those moments. Honestly, I've had a lot. Like, you feel me? Like, so I don't know. I can't really pinpoint one, but I would say like my perspective kind of changed once, like, you know, I really started reading. Like, once I started reading more books, you feel me? Like, that changed my perspective on shit. Like, on like how I was moving, because like, you know, like I had to. It's the difference between surviving and then living. You feel me? Like, so like once I realized that, like, okay, I'm just surviving. I'm not really living. Like, and there's certain things that you have to do, you know, in order to live the life that you want to live. You feel me? So like I would say reading, being a dad as well. I got a daughter. She's 2 years old now. So being a dad definitely changed my perspective on like everything. You feel me? Like. So, like, yeah, I would say those two things, like, you feel me? But, yeah, change is good, though. Change is good, you know? Yeah. Like, sometimes, you know, some stuff be traumatic, but, like, if it's traumatic, then you got to take, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. Yeah, you got to take, you know, use it as motivation or, you know, use it against you, you feel me? So.
That's dope. That's, like, even, like, reading, like, I, honestly, like, we talked about it, because you, like, try to get me in books and shit, too, and, like, even just listening to audiobooks, it really does make a difference.
Nah, word. It's just like, you know, it just gets your mind. Yeah. Like, you know, everybody want to work out in the gym and be buff, but like you gotta get your mind right. You feel me? Like,
mind, body, and spirit.
Word. And people used to say like, oh, put your mind to it, and I never really understood that statement. Like, use your mind. What are you talking about? Like, you feel me?
People for the win.
Right. Like, you feel me? But like, you know, that you learn that, like, you know, once I learned that, like, oh, okay, you gotta really, you know, just use your brain, like, you feel me? Right, like, you feel me?
Mind really over matter.
Right.
Big time. That shit is so true, like, my perspective type shit.
Yeah,
that's like me and you freshman year, we were trying to, like, I forget what class we were taking, and, like, the teacher was like, it's in the textbook. And we're like, what do you mean? He goes, read the textbook. Like, like, everything you're asking me is in the textbook. And I was like, maybe there's something in this textbook. I remember reading it, I was like, holy hell, these were the answers were the whole time in a book? That's crazy.
In a book?
Yeah, it's like, that's where you put these things?
Damn. You got an answer, Sean?
Yeah, like, big perspective shift and, like, being open to, like, changing my perspective probably was college, because I was, like, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And then there was this whole, I don't want to be in an office. I want to do something creative. And then I had to, like,
I got bills.
Right. So it's just like I didn't know how I was going to make the other thing work. So then I figured out the office thing and graduated with the econ degree. And it was just like, all right, so like what else does life have to offer? So, you know, like from that path I kind of just like opened my mind to like nothing is real, and now I just need to like not be so hard pressed on like knowing where I'm gonna go and be more so hard pressed on like opening my mind to different branches of things. So it's less singular now, there's more branches.
I like the analogy of branches.
Thank you. Branches from the trunk. But yeah, so now my mind is open and I don't know how to close it. Please help.
Mine is also college, like even like because Nick and I joined together, like lived together, whatever. But
Wait,
like,
what college I went to?
Hudson Valley.
HBCC, baby.
Oh yeah.
Albany and Troy.
Oh okay. But why is it called Hudson Valley though? That's not.
Like community college.
But
Yeah,
that's
not in the Hudson Valley.
not-
It's
that's
in the
weird.
capital. Yeah, it's in the capital district.
Isn't it in the Hudson?
No.
That's the Hudson Valley.
Now, Albany is not the Hudson
Yes,
Valley.
it is.
No, it's in the capital district.
It's just the Hudson Valley.
Capital district's not Hudson. All right, we're getting into geography here.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll behind the scenes, we'll figure this out.
That's where we're at. But like for me, and we've talked about this on the pod too, is like in high school, like I was on a pedestal, like not even like in a cocky way, but like no one could tell me shit. Like I was, you know what I'm saying? Like you guys are in my high school too. Like,
Yeah, Mike, we know. In
Right,
a cocky way, yes.
in high school, yes, in a cocky way.
Yeah.
But like
Oh,
now,
now
I'm saying
not.
I'm not saying in a cocky way. I'm just saying I was on a pedestal in high school where like no one could tell me shit. Like no matter what was told to me, no one could tell me shit. I was doing whatever I wanted. But like once I went away, like that's when my perspective changed. It was like, not even that I'm not shit, but like I'm the smallest fish in the pond. Like, I can't do whatever I thought I could do, and I can't. Like not even I can't, but like it's
Yes.
not acceptable to do what I was doing before, kind of thing. Like I have to change. I have to change my mentality because like what I was thinking before is not going to get me anywhere.
Right.
Like I'm not
Yeah.
going to be successful doing what I thought I could do back then.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like, that's what it was just like. All right. Let me back up a little bit and kind of see myself for who I want. I never really saw myself for me. Not that, but like I
yeah.
never really examined myself. You know what I'm saying? It was
Never
more
checked
just, like,
yourself.
Never. I literally never checked.
That's why you gotta
myself.
check yourself.
Yeah.
And in that time period, I was like, oh shit, like maybe I shouldn't do that this way because like that's not
That-
good. You know, like
That's
it's not
perspective.
acceptable.
Changing your perspective is
So
checking
that really,
yourself.
like, that literally significantly, my perspective was like shit. Like that really like took me back in the whole world. Like I saw the world like bigger. Like what's the bigger picture of life type shit, not just like me, my vision. Because I always thought like my vision was the only vision. If you didn't see it my way, you're completely wrong.
Yeah, I
That's
feel that.
obviously not.
I feel
It's
that.
not valid.
Nah, word.
But it's crazy people use that perspective, like only seeing it through their own lens, and like end up in some like wild ass position.
I mean,
wild
too,
ass.
that's like a sense of comfort for people too. Just like, look, I see this; it's happened for me, and like, I don't want to think anything else. I don't want to think anything other. Like, let me be in my bubble, and
Right.
you know,
Nah,
I'll
yeah,
be
you
fine.
can't do that. Like, funny, the other day I was telling somebody, I was like, yo, I feel like I was talking about moving to like a different state or something, like moving to Atlanta or like, you know, just somewhere else.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I was like, damn, I don't want to be. Like, I seen this meme, it was like, oh, a shark only grows as big as the water.
the tank that it's
ain't-
in, yeah.
you feel me? So it's like, you know, you got to challenge yourself, like, but like you said, you got to be open to, you know, different perspectives on it. You feel me?
That's so
Like,
key. Understanding other people's perspective and understanding
Right.
like, you're in this situation. Like you might not be bad. The way I see it, might seem like you're amazing, but like it might not be amazing. So let me try to like outside the way I see it the way other people can see it, how you might see it. Let me try to see your perspective, not mine. You know what I'm saying? My
yeah.
perspective's not always right. So let me see how you see it. Try at least. Obviously, I don't see everyone's perspective, but to try now.
nah, word.
Yeah, sounds so
Before I
simple
never
now.
tried. Like you're not right to me. You're completely wrong. Like
Yeah.
if it's not right to me, it doesn't make any sense. But now it's like okay, even though it doesn't make sense to me, you still could be on
Yeah,
something.
you can be on
Right.
some shit.
Yeah, you know.
Like,
what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
get it, but go ahead,
Yeah,
do
no,
your
exactly.
thing.
I don't understand it. But still, at this point, there's things that I don't understand. Doesn't mean you're wrong. I'm not going to judge you for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to try to see. If I try and I don't see it, I don't see it. That's fine. But I'm not going to be like, no, fuck you, you're wrong. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But in high school, that's what I would do. Like, no, you're not the way I'm. Fuck you. You
Yeah,
know, I don't care about
literally,
you.
it's
Bro,
what they
the
want.
two most
That's
dangerous
like,
words in a conversation, the two most dangerous phrases. One, you're wrong. Second one, we've always done it this way. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
God, those are so annoying.
Yeah, no.
If you sit here and as an adult and tell me you're wrong, I'm just gonna be like, and you're right. How does that work? Like, unless it's like facts.
Well, yeah, that's different. But like in the perspective way,
Yeah,
it's really like
perspective,
no,
like, you-
right.
yeah, I'm
But,
not here to judge
in,
your
like,
perspective.
Facts that you're like, no, the Bucks won the Super Bowl. You're wrong.
Yeah, you're
Right,
Like,
right.
dude, they won. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Unless you're talking about elections, then it's like, oh, who's right?
Opinions is different.
Yeah.
There's a
Perspectives
Bucks
is shit.
football team.
Tampa Bay
Tampa Bay, they won the
Buccaneers.
Super Bowl last year.
Oh, the
Tom Brady.
Bucks. Okay. I was thinking about Basketball?
Yeah, that is a Bucks. Yeah,
Bucks.
they're both.
All right, word. You want to get to the next card?
Yeah.
Get to the next one. That was good. That literally carried right into our conversation. That was perfect. All right. What do you sense you take for granted, and why do you think that?
I mean, I don't feel like I take anything for granted. I feel like everything plays its part. You feel me? So I don't really take. I used to take stuff for granted, but now I don't. Like, you know, like. But I don't feel like
What do
I
you
take.
think you used to take for granted?
I used to take my time for granted. Feel me? Wasting my time doing bullshit. You feel me? So I used to take my time for granted. Now that I realize that time is my, you know, that's my biggest asset. You feel me? Like, and like not actually like being in a position to where I'm not trading my time for money. You feel me? That was a big thing for me because I'm like, damn, okay, I'm working, you know, such and such hours. Let me work 2 jobs. Let me do all this extra shit and still be in the same position. You feel me? Like, so, like, you know, once having like, you know, you gotta be open to shit. You feel me?
Word.
Or I kind of lost track of what I was saying.
That's how you know you get real deep. No, I'm telling you right now.
He started thinking about
That's
some
how
shit.
you know.
He's
That's
like,
how you know you're getting deep. Because you're just going. You're feeling. You're like, yo, I'm getting way too deep. Wait a minute. What was
Yeah, I
I
forgot
was
what
you on the couch yesterday. I started going off about something. I was like, wait a minute.
I forgot what I was
What's the point I'm trying to get back at? Yeah, bring me back. Yeah, I had to have you say what you said last. I was like, oh, that's it.
Nah, yeah, well, I was
it's
about
an
to do
anchor.
that, but I'm like, hey, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
nah, word.
I'm in like the opposite position. I think I take everything for granted.
Oh yeah,
like,
see, that's what we was talking about.
Yeah. I think I take everything for granted just because like I value or I want to make myself believe that I value everything that I have. So like I always got to check myself to be like, you're not taking everything for granted. Like you understand like when things are going really good, you know, like really good, and there's a term for it, I don't remember what it is, but like when things are going really good, that's when I get the most nervous because I'm just like, everything for me is hitting. That means something has to be on the way. So sometimes you self-sabotage your peace of mind or your sanity because you think to yourself, all right, everything's going well. I got the promotion. The thing's good. I got this. I got that. Like, all right, what's going to go? So, like, I'm in the mindset and something I've been working on, especially, like, last couple months and weeks, is not being in that mindset of thinking I'm taking everything for granted and being happy with what I got. Because one thing that really humbles you is your body. Yeah. Like, one thing I think people take for granted, I feel as if Simone can, I don't know about your injury past, but I think you both can agree with me on this. If you've ever had an injury that stopped you from walking, you realize how important walking is. Yeah. Like when I banged up my knees and I couldn't walk, I remember I was laying in the bed, could not even get out of the bed, go to the bathroom. I had to pee in like a cup or something because my knees were shot, could not walk. And I was like, damn. Like I walked all over the place. I don't walk to school.
You realize what you don't have when you
walking.
You lose
like
it.
even like when you have a cold and you can't breathe, you're like, wow,
when that one nostril is all stuffed up,
like no, it's the littlest shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree. When every one of my nostrils is all stuffed up, the first thing I think is, damn, I took breathing for granted. I never said thank God for being able to have these clear air passages. Like, how am I gonna but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You like some things
There's so many things
you gotta forgive yourself. Because you don't think about this stuff.
Yeah, you can only take responsibility for the awareness that you have in that moment.
I agree.
You know, you cannot beat yourself up about shit you didn't know.
Yeah. But can you be too grateful?
Nope.
Can you be too grateful?
Can you be too grateful?
Never.
No.
Because the more grateful you are, the more things you're going to receive. You feel me? So like,
absolutely. The more
you
that
gotta be
appreciate and
grateful.
see.
You feel me?
For
People
sure,
that's
for
ungrateful,
sure.
like they lose shit fast. You feel me?
They
Like,
didn't even know they had it.
I don't hate them, so to say, but it just aggravates me when people are like consciously ungrateful. Like, you know what I'm saying?
There's
like,
not a thank you. There's not a
anything.
excuse me. Or,
it's like, oh,
not everyone
appreciate-
has this
I
shit. Appreciate what the fuck
appreciate
you
this.
have. Like,
nah, word.
you know, like little things like that, like it's different. But like the
No.
shit that you have, like appreciate that shit. Don't just cut it off or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't stand it.
Nah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
but like you can't focus on like people be focusing on the one thing.
oh, big time.
It's like, all right,
Yeah.
you hit 9 out of 10.
Yes.
Do you want to focus on
The
one
one you
know.
or like
'cause that's
focus on the
easiest.
9? Like you feel me? Like,
yeah.
It's so
That shit's
easy to
whack.
be super
You
critical
did
about
9
yourself.
great things, but this one thing that you
And
didn't
it's
do
okay to
that
look
wasn't
at the one
great.
to try to better yourself, but don't look at the one and beat yourself up.
right. It's like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
bet.
yeah,
Next
yeah.
time we gonna get
Yeah,
it.
we gonna
Like,
hit
you
it
know what
hard.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm gonna
Like,
take L's, I'm gonna get more W's than I get L's.
nah,
I'm gonna get got.
I'm gonna get got.
I'm gonna get mines more than I get got.
More than I
Right,
get got.
Facts.
Said by a true wizard. Legend.
Marshawn Lynch, baby.
Yep, Marshawn.
So, what's your answer? You got one?
Taking things for granted. I think I'm a little bit on the side of Nick here. Is like I don't realize until after the fact of the things that I take for granted. But like I'm such a big picture like think of what's next that like I miss a lot of the minor details in the in between. So, I wouldn't have a specific thing, but I just think it's just like it's a pattern that you figure out. You know, the whole like walking, for instance, was I was like, yo, like no, but like that shit is. I'm like, dog, like I really like. Every single time I want to move, like I had the boot on when I was in my bed asleep, like, oh no, I gotta sleep on my back, like everything has to change, but it gave me a little bit perspective of like, all right, I'm gonna do this, so now I need to, all right, how do I have to get from this point to this point, you know, and it causes you to stop and think about like everything in between, so, I think my issue is like the things in this, I mean,
sometimes you get lost in life.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
focus on these other things,
just,
you don't have a moment to look at.
Yeah, all the fun stuff. I get lost in fun shit.
No,
I really do.
yeah,
like so much.
It's fun.
It's like it's pleasure. It's all of that stuff. It's just like great. But you know, it's that whole like knowing it is always there and that you can go to it whenever you want to. But like. Right.
That's my favorite thing when people like they talk about a breakup or something. It's like I took you for granted. It's like, now you know. That's weird.
You definitely know once you don't have whatever it is.
For sure.
No,
I don't like being slapped in the face with it though.
Yeah,
I'm like shit.
Yeah, from 0 to 100.
Shit. Fuck, I needed these.
Yeah, like don't cripple me tonight.
You know, like give me some time. But yeah, so.
I feel like mine. I actually recently kind of just saw it because Alyssa actually kind of put it in my brain. It was just like my time I spent with my friends and my family. Like I used to take that shit for granted all the time. Where it's like even like if I'm with my mom, I'm like bringing the garbage outside for her. Like that right there could mean nothing to me, but it can mean everything
world
to her.
to her.
That 5 minutes seeing my niece, anyone, literally any like my close people. Like I can be like, oh, I'm just helping you out for 10 minutes, but like literally. That could be not being deep, but like that could be the last time I see you. You know what I mean? Like that little time, like doing podcasts, this little time, like I might not see, you know what I'm saying, you for a while now.
Right.
This time is, you know what I'm saying? Just like time frames where it's like, I used to take that shit for granted all the time, but like Alyssa, like working in COVID and as a nurse, like she saw like those little times, like pressures for families, you know what I'm saying? Like people were passing away, you know what I'm saying? So like, those little times meant everything to everyone. I'm like, damn, that set me back. I'm like, whatever little time I have with my close friends and my family, I have to like value that. Like if it stems from me going to my house just to drop, or my mom's house to get a piece of clothes, like let me stay there for an extra 10 minutes because that actually, you know what I'm saying?
Say what's
that
up.
Little
I'm
bit
not
of
in a
10 minutes,
rush.
let me just value that
Right.
rather than let me leave and get home 10 minutes earlier. You know what I'm saying? But like before, like I've had that conversation with Alyssa. Like I've always like understood like okay, I'm with my friends and family, it's fun. But like I never understood like this could actually this means more. It can mean more. You know what I'm saying? Like me value that. I mean not take that for granted because this is time that it's like time, but like it's that shit that I let me not take this for granted because not everyone has this. Not everyone can do this. You know what I'm saying? That's just something for me. It's just like I used to take that shit for granted. Like not even like a lot granted, but like of
course. Like
consciously now,
it's here, and you've like even
people.
like being at your mom's house and everything. It's just like okay, it's here. It's like I have my own space. I want to go back. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And like. I'll see you when I see you, but at the same time, you don't know that. You don't know, and so
it's hard to appreciate something you can't watch physically depreciate.
Yeah.
No, and it's just there. It's there, right there. You know, and your mom, she's never left. You know, she'll probably come to your grandma's house like 10 minutes down the road from you, like, you know. So it's just.
Or like even like being at Meadow Blues, like we're just hanging out. Like it's fun. Like it's not okay. Next week we'll do it again. But like no, let's enjoy this.
Do this
weekend.
again.
You don't know if next week we're gonna do it again. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's gonna have COVID.
Yeah, facts. That's definitely something that I used to take for granted. Like you know what I'm saying. So, but now it's just like conscious. Like let me try to enjoy the time where I'm at. Yeah. Not even be present because I feel like I'm present, but let me enjoy this present time. You know what I'm saying? Like
True.
I mean, not just be present. I mean, enjoy it. That's why I fuck with this podcast because I just feel like, and like now that I'm conscious of that, like let me enjoy each episode. Like it's great, the bigger picture we want to do, like merch, we want to do this, we want to do this, but like let me enjoy each episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me enjoy that journey type.
I think also
Nah, yeah,
enjoy
when
the
you-
people you get
yeah.
to speak with, like we been watching Omar like blow up over these last couple of years. Like, yo, this man is really about his grind. He's really doing this, and it's like I want to know his perspective. I want to know his mindset because
Right.
there's people who think they could do it or want to do it, but don't have the mentality, who don't have the guts or the balls to be like, I'm gonna bet on myself.
Right.
And like, I'd rather surround myself with people who bet on themselves every day. Like,
No, for sure.
Like, you're a bet on yourself type of dude. Like, that's what I wanted. That's who I want to speak with.
Nah, for sure. Nah, yeah, I was gonna say like when you somebody that's driven, like you know you trying to get to your goals and stuff. That's one thing you gotta pay attention to is like that gratuity, like you know enjoying the, you know the little things. You feel me? Because that's really what matters. Like you feel me?
That really is what matters.
Word, like,
'Cause,
you feel
like
me?
I said, like even like Alyssa, like she was saying, like for instance, dad was on his deathbed, and like they're asking, like, you know, what did you enjoy in life? He's just like, oh, when I built that shed with my son. Like not like, oh, I went out and got $1 million and I got this job.
Right.
No, it was a little thing. I built that shed with my son. That to him was like the greatest thing.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? But like to the son, it was probably like, I fucking hated building that shit.
Right,
But,
right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? If the son was, you know, it's just like those
It
little
was a
things,
daddy-son
you know what I'm saying?
moment.
And it's just like that. Like when she said that to me, it really opened my mind. That really.
Nah,
comes
yeah,
down
that's
to
real
just
shit.
Appreciating that, like not even the journey, but like appreciating.
Just being
Right.
with people in the
Yeah,
journey.
appreciating it. Like,
Nah, for
truly,
real.
truly not taking it for granted.
You'd hope after COVID that people are more empathetic, but like
You'd hope,
as
but,
things are
you know.
continuing to go, I'm just like maybe like how they had the Great Renaissance, they're gonna have like the Great Empathetic Renaissance. Hopefully that people just start really fucking with each other and like maybe we treat each other nicer. And I hope that happens, but I don't know. But also the news is fear mongering.
Right.
So you're not going to see all that.
Yeah.
And like the way they set up the news stories that they do, they'll show you some bad, keep you on the hook for one good little snippet. Like, little Jonathan got a new wheelchair. Jonathan was later hit by a car down the street. And it's like, oh, all right. I was up there high for a little. Like, they're like drug dealers. They'll give you a bag of serotonin and they're just going to ask for it back later.
Nah, yeah, that's why I don't watch. I don't watch the news or like.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I
You
used to
don't
watch
even
the
need
news.
to.
I used to watch the news back in the day. When I used to live in the Bronx and shit, and it would be like Fox 5. They would be like, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? And it's like, damn, like why you doing?
Yeah,
you doing?
why you
pressing me, first of
like,
all?
that shit is mad scary. It's
Yeah, I
like
know
a
where
deep
my
ass
kids are.
voice. Is like, where's my kid? I'm like, I'm in the kitchen.
Where
like,
is my
yeah,
kid?
like,
I don't know.
like,
I'm
in the
glad you
kitchen.
thought that too.
You
'Cause I
feel
used to
me?
think the same thing. Like, yo,
shit
I'm
crazy.
home.
Like, yeah, like I'm in the kitchen. Like,
you know where
I'm
your
over here.
children
Like,
are?
you feel me? It's like,
Yeah, there's a book called The Coddling of the American Mind, and it talks. They have that segment in it, like how like fear mongering around, especially kids, because they were like kidnapping wasn't a huge thing for a while, and then like the news started putting a magnifying glass over it, and it's not like kidnapping's increased, but also the coverage of kidnapping's increased.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, keep it 100. That's how I feel about COVID. Like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
like it's just it went viral.
You realize niggas is out here just getting fucking COVID going any fucking where now.
Literally.
And last year it was like, yo, whoa.
Right. It's like
No one cares now.
it's like
Oh,
you
if he
know,
said, I'm COVID tired. I'm emotionally spent from COVID.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I forget what it's called, but I told my mom one day, I was like, yo, I'm just tired of this whole thing. She goes, yeah, you're like COVID exhausted. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means, but
Yeah, I
yes.
don't know.
Like,
That's gonna be in
whatever.
Webster's dictionary
oh
after
my
this
God,
shit.
I'm fucking exhausted. Like, I'm just like, yo,
COVID
sometimes I think about pre-COVID, like 2019 and whatnot, and I'm just like, if you would have
2019 BC.
Yeah,
right? Before Corona.
yeah.
Real shit.
Yo, that
I would have known.
That
I would have went hard.
The good old days, like
Like,
Damn.
I just want to say this. All these movies we've seen, all these documentaries, I always thought the apocalypse was going to be one huge event. Not this long, strung out. Like, just give it to me. Just like, let's start ramaging these stores now. Because, like, right now, it seems like you're slowly feeding the apocalypse.
nah, word, like
Until
can't
you
even
tell
eat
me
at
there's
a
nothing we can
restaurant.
do. Yeah.
Nothing.
Like,
I don't know, having to show your vaccine cards, like even in the city I was there this past weekend and it was just like you have to show your vaccine cards and
Nah, yeah, we just in a weird time right now.
be
Like
mandated
you feel me?
vaccinated.
I started COVID at 23. I'm 26 now. How? What? Like, come on.
Yeah, that's insane. Damn,
Honestly,
I was 22
happy.
in COVID.
I'm happy.
Now
I'm not. I was thinking
25.
about this earlier today. I'm like, damn. I'm happy. I'm not in high school now. Like, I
Oh,
can only
fuck it.
imagine
Yeah,
what they
yo.
dealing with. Like, you feel me? Like, people been saying like it's a lot of like violence going on between like young people, and it's like they don't have nothing to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is like
I
you
feel
know,
bad.
it's
for
crazy.
The 16-year-old kid who's like sitting there, you know, he's got a pound of virginity in his book bag, and he's just sitting there just trying to figure out, can't do nothing, can't scheme on no girls, can't go over nobody's house because their parents are there. Look, young man, if you're watching this today, just know I'm feeling for you, bro. I cannot imagine going through that. You just gotta scheme up on some. I get you. I understand. You know what? You do it. You hold it down.
Nah, word.
Parents
And I'm
always
sure,
on.
like we talk about taking stuff for granted. You probably take school because school is for me. School was fun. Like it was like
high school was fucking fun.
but it's more socializing. Word.
Top
It's
of the
just
game.
chilling, like
Top
we,
of the food chain.
right. We just vibing, like you feel me.
And it's that social too, like we
Word.
talk about it too, like there's people that had like the high school or even like the new college kids, like yo, it's gonna be hard to come back and try to social with people, like be social.
Your freshman year is all about me. I'm still
That's what I'm
friends
saying.
now with people I met my freshman year of college.
Think about like especially high school. It's like I'm trying to figure out myself personally, but like also trying to.
How are you supposed to
socialize. I'm
figure
gonna go
yourself
back and
out?
Not know myself and not know how to socialize.
Right.
What's going on?
Yeah, I think the figuring out yourself part's huge because you figure out yourself while hanging
While
out with
trying to-
people.
yeah,
Because
big
like
time.
you're always around people. Kids influence kids. Like
sure.
you didn't like unless you were the kid who went out and bought the pack of cigarettes or like bought the first dope, like dope on me. Like you need someone to put you on a little bit to do something. So or to say no. So like I don't know who I am.
Yeah.
Like maybe I am a fucking pot smoking cigarette rolling mother. Like maybe I'm that bad man. Like, I don't know.
Nah, he said pot smoking cigarette. He went whole Ric Flair on him.
Oh yeah.
Pot smoking cigarette rolling.
Maybe I'm that dude. I don't know. I got Ric Flair in me, but I'm walking around like a choir boy because I ain't never been.
Nah, that's real shit though.
You
Feel me?
stupid.
I'm just saying.
That's bad funny.
We were talking about that yesterday. Just like, damn, like, your mom home? Yeah. Damn. She work from home? Yeah.
Damn.
And it's cold outside.
And it's cold outside.
And you don't got no car, no nothing.
No car, no nothing. That poor boy.
Shout out to the
No,
08
I'm
Honda
sorry.
Civic, wherever you at.
That heavy ass virginity backpack that
Got
you
a
got.
pound of virginity on him all time.
It's crazy.
I'm weak.
They even playing basketball with masks on. Like
Yeah, I saw
makes no
that.
sense.
But it's like half on.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point? What
But
are you
now
like?
even LeBron is kind of speaking spicy about COVID. He was like, I'm at my boys game and I don't understand what this man's supposed to do underneath their chin. Like, no, Bron. Like, Joe Biden definitely texted him like, my guy.
Yo, right, yo,
Yeah.
relax.
You understand?
bro,
You understand? The black community follows you and Omarion.
That's mad funny.
Yeah, shout out to Omarion, finally relevant again.
Omicron.
Yeah.
Omicron.
Omicron. Like people were force rhyming Omicron on this man.
Omicron.
Nah, I seen he just made a whole PSA like, yo.
He had to.
Just
If
so
you
you
run
guys
into
know.
me in the street, you don't gotta quarantine. Word.
protect his
It is
name.
what it is.
I'm good.
I mean, hey, if I was him, I'll drop an album. ASAP.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, we're
Oh, drop a song. Drop a song.
I would
right
have dropped the
now.
album called
Yeah, yeah.
Omnicron, all that right now. Nigga, like,
Omicron.
word.
Much money off of that.
Yeah, yo.
T-shirts, all
Killing
type of
niggas.
shit.
All of it. Word.
Killing niggas.
Nah, that's
That's a little wild.
Oh, okay, that's bad.
Maybe we don't do that.
Killing people in the game.
Do that one.
I don't think Omicron is killing people as bad as. Yeah, let me stop. No.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if- I don't
yeah,
think
wait,
you
yeah.
You can talk about.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
about to
COVID?
say.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
word?
can talk about COVID, but I don't think you can talk about like
Omicron.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
yeah.
fine. I don't know
Once
anything.
you
giving out
and
false information.
Yeah.
This is
But
Yeah, the
all false
algorithm.
information.
We said if you watch this podcast and make your health decision based
Off
off
of
of
the
it,
podcast?
you Darwinism, survival of the
Yeah,
fittest.
don't listen to us.
Survival of the fittest.
right.
Yeah.
Word. Bro, this has been a good episode.
Yeah.
Wow,
No,
wow,
thanks.
wow.
How do you guys typically end it? It isn't
We
like
usually end
that.
by
Omar with the
giving our
O bars.
goals. No, we give our goals for the week. So by next Sunday, what do you want to accomplish? So you want to go first?
I'm just saying you could stretch. If you look at the name Omar, you could really stretch it to like Omar.
But you know what's crazy? I keep saying my government.
Like, I'm
Y'all telling me with the government right now.
Oh wait,
That's
what's
cool.
your name?
Miliano.
Miliano, back.
Oh really? I didn't know that. Well, go ahead and say it into the mic one more time for me, please. What is your name? son?
Miliano, BagRunner.
Ah, Miliano.
I love an
background.
expensive name.
Oh,
Yeah, Miliano.
it's Miliano. It's not Omar with the O bars.
You say it again.
Nah, that's bad funny. Feel me?
I'm over here thinking about my fucking goals for this week. I'm also thinking of, wow, government names real close to Omicron. Anyone with an OM in their name is fucking right on it.
That's bad funny.
So what was it again?
What's
What?
the goal for the week? By next
Miliano.
Sunday, what you want to accomplish? Small, big, don't matter. Just something. What goal?
Goals for the week. Goals for the week.
Oh, it's the first week of 2022 too, so keep that in mind.
We can also do. Yeah, we can do the goals of the year.
Ooh, you doing resolutions? Do you have
I hate
resolutions?
resolutions, to be
Nah, I don't
honest.
believe in
I
resolutions.
mean, I get it. Like, I understand. Like, all right, like this is New Year. I'm gonna do good. But like, I hate where it's like December 31st or December like 20th. You're like, I'm gonna wait till the next year to do my shit. Like, no.
Just
No,
start.
you're doing
Just
now,
start.
word.
Don't fucking
Just
like,
start. Don't-
or
don't
I
be
hate
stupid.
where it's like 2 days into January, something happens. Like, oh, this year's canceled already.
People cancel shit before the New Year even
mean?
comes. You see the memes? It's like, oh, I'm gonna try again in
People wrap things
2023.
up in resolutions and easily can axe it. If you talk about daily habits or changing a couple daily habits, it's easier to progress and like you can give yourself some leeway. Like like you should be stringent and like kind of serious about what you want to accomplish, but also you're human. Like humans are flawed, so
Strive
it's
for
okay.
mediocrity, man.
Yeah. What? I don't know.
Strive for mediocrity. I heard it in a podcast once, and she was saying, like, in the gym, for example, like, when you go back after having not gone for a while,
Oh yeah.
it's like, all right, I want to be back where I was. I want to be pushing whatever it was that I was doing before when I went to the gym. And, like, I don't know about you guys, but I know that that's what I would do. And then I would go to the
exactly what
gym
I've
and be
done
like, fuck this,
multiple
because I
times.
can't lift the same shit that I could before, and I'm a piece of shit, and I don't
That's
want
how
to
you
come back.
hurt yourself.
So she was saying that, like, even if you go to the gym for 10, 15, 30 minutes or set a minimum goal of whatever the minimum goal is and just work towards the minimum, you're solid.
I agree.
It's all about
Right.
perspective.
You're solid.
It's really how you see
Right,
it.
like,
It's
don't
really
put
about
the pressure on yourself to be, like, an all-star again.
No,
Put the
word.
pressure on yourself to go,
Slowly work yourself.
do
to
the
get there.
minimum, and, like, if you're feeling
Carry that
a little
momentum.
frisky, keep going.
My
Lift some
goal
weights.
for the week, so next Sunday, is I want to spend this week building my routine for my new position and tinkering with it to where I feel both comfortable and uncomfortable. So I have some fallacies that I used in my past role that I need to get rid of and start putting a new way of thinking. So my goal is to build my schedule for the week, find one that I feel uncomfortable with because I know I'll grow in that, instead of finding one that I feel comfortable with that's going to net me the same results. So just because it worked before and I had some good results, don't mean I got it perfect, and I'm always open to change. So I'm going to get uncomfortable is my goal, is to get uncomfortable to get comfortable.
Real uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Take your shirt off.
No. What is it, Gibby and fucking iCarly?
Take your shirt off, nigga. Get
No.
uncomfortable.
I'm not going to fucking shoot myself in the foot.
No, that's mad funny.
What's your goal for the week?
My goal for the week, really to just, I don't know. What's today's? Sunday?
Today's Sunday, so by next
Sunday. I'm trying to get back in the gym, like be more active.
Start from mediocrity.
You feel me? I mean, I went into the gym last week. Like I only did like 30 minutes, but like if you do 30 minutes 2 times a
Yeah,
week,
no,
3 times a week, that's an
yeah,
hour and a half. You feel me? Like
Snowball effect.
word. So, probably getting back into the gym.
So do it.
Yeah, you feel me? Trying to read, like finish this book I just started reading.
What is it?
It's The Alchemist.
Yeah. Good book.
Facts.
Yeah.
The Alchemist. I just started like the first couple chapters. I'm like, damn, I want to read more, but like, it's like my attention span is so short now. I feel like, you feel me?
Look at your pace though. That's a
Yeah,
Mediocrity.
like word.
Couple
You feel me?
pages a
Couple
day.
pages a day. Right.
10 pages a day,
Exactly.
you'll have the
Some
book
Gucci.
done before you know it.
Right. You feel me? So little stuff like
That's
that.
cool.
But then Christmas just passed. Bills coming up and shit. It's like damn. That high from the holidays is like.
yeah.
So it's over with.
So when you gotta go, what you go for the week?
What am I doing this week? This week is I just gotta get back up into it. So, oh wow, I completed a lot of the shit that I needed to do today.
That's good.
Goal for the week. I want to finish this one song that I'm working on.
Bro, that one song is so hard.
I appreciate that.
That shit is so hard.
I didn't want to talk about it just because, like,
It's not out yet,
it's
but
not
it's
out yet. But that I was saying,
that shit
that
is
shit's a
so
hit.
hard.
Thanks, friends.
that shit's
Thanks,
hard.
friends.
What kind of music you make?
I don't know, music. Any kind of music.
Oh, you be singing? You be hitting them
Singing,
high
You be
notes?
killing it.
Yeah. Soulful blues stuff. But
Oh,
that
yeah,
one,
I fuck with that.
like,
That should be
I think the thing that makes it even harder, and I'm not trying to gas you, is the fact that like I've heard that song, but not the way you did it, and I was just like, this thing, like,
I love that because you made it from scratch.
Yeah, you
Like,
did the
didn't-
beat
you
and
didn't
the
buy
word.
nothing, you didn't take nothing, which obviously is okay, but the fact that you did everything like yourself is just it makes it even fire. And the
I'm
song
just
sounds
saying, you two people could do a feature.
Nah, yeah, we could definitely do something, man.
Music.
I'm with whatever.
I told Simone the only way I'd ever be on one of her tracks is like a clip from this podcast. You now tapped it, and then you usually
Right?
there ain't no way you'll catch me in a booth.
Or
I
she's-
am not blown.
Or she's gonna record a phone call you guys have, like every
that's
rapper.
I'm about to say
Right.
the only way is like a clip.
Yo, leave me a voicemail in your bag about what kind of party.
You'll never catch me, right?
That's mad.
What about you? What's your goal
My
for the
goal, I'm
week?
going to DR on Tuesday, so that will be my goal is enjoy that trip. Enjoy it.
Why you flex on us like that? Like, I'm going to DR. so,
damn, y'all niggas
Yeah, I'm
got
over
work.
here. I'm over here trying to figure out where the next check coming
It's like
from.
that
Mike's
Dave
like,
Chappelle skit's like, hide the money, y'all. There's broke people around.
Yeah, that's definitely that's my goal is to enjoy that trip. You know, I'm gonna have a great trip. I think.
Yeah, it'll be
Nah,
fun.
yeah, that's
I'm
fun.
gonna have a good time.
It'll be nice. It'll
It'll be
be
very
so
nice. I'm
much
excited
fun.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, don't
So-
buy anything from anyone on the beach. That's my only piece of advice. They're gonna try to sell you sunglasses, cigars, a little bit of everything. Just say
A little bit
Word. Omar. Miliano. You got any plugs? Plug me something. Give me a plug to end it off. Give me some shit you want to plug up.
No, you got projects out
Oh
there.
yeah, we got the new project out. Only Child on all streaming platform: Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, whatever you can name is on there. I just dropped 2 videos on my YouTube. Make sure y'all go subscribe. We got the clothing brand too, BagRunner. You feel me? We got leather jackets, sweatsuits, bodysuits, whatever you need, we got it. So, follow me on Instagram, Miliano_BagRunner. They keep calling me by my guy.
Miliano _BagRunner.
But it's cool. Feel me? These some of my day one supporters. So it is. They know me. So like it is what it is. I ain't tripping.
All links
feel
gonna
me?
be in the bio for
Right.
sure.
Yeah, links in the bio. All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Starting the year off right.
Appreciate you coming.
Now, of course, thank y'all for having me.
Yeah.
But it's good to have talented friends.
Oh, for
Right?
sure.
Right, for sure.
Makes life a lot more interesting.
Got a whole pool of them here in the
Yeah.
A4 Fizzy.
Yeah, the A4 Fizzy got a lot.
Shit, y'all.
Great 45 mixtape dropping soon.